Multiple offers are still in the marketplace. Zahra is going to tell you how to win. I am here with super agent team member Zahra Saleh, and she just won a multiple offer situation. So for everyone out there saying the market's decelerating and all this other stuff, this had what, 6 offers in on this home? So 6 offers in on the property, and she won using a couple tried and true methods that I'm clear a lot of agents don't even consider. So tell us what your buyer wanted to do, and then let's talk about what actually happened for you to beat out the 5 other contracts.
Yeah, so, this was actually my first time meeting the buyer, so I kind of had to go through everything with him, and they really loved the home, so they were asking my opinion about the whole entire situation. They've never worked with an agent before, so it was my job to inform them about the market, keep them updated, and I pretty much told them, I always prefer to do an escalation when it comes to, offers, because we're always in a multiple offer situation. The fact that the market has shifted a little bit, but not to the extreme amount. We're still competing with multiple offers. This home had 5 other offers. So I did tell him, I gave him the advice, what he needed to do to win. At first, it was actually funny. He was like, I don't want to go $50,000 above asking. That's insane. I don't want to waive inspections. And that's exactly what we ended up doing. We actually went $61,000 over and waived inspections.
So to give some perspective, this home, they were asking $399,000, $400,000, something like that.
$399,000.
Ended up selling for $461,000. And one of my big takeaways from what you just said is I informed them about the market. I gave them information. I was the knowledge broker. And I find a lot of agents don't do that. So where did you do it? Did you do it in the driveway, or how'd that happen?
We did it in the garage.
Okay, so the garage console, not the driveway console.
Not the driveway console, the garage. And
same content, different location.
Yeah, exactly. But it was a very meaningful conversation. It was around like 15 to 20 minutes. They're really impressed by everything I was saying. I was just telling them about the market, what we need to do. With inspections, they were very worried about waiving inspections, which I understand, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So I told them, like, look, we can do a 5-day deposit or a 3-day deposit, and within that time, get your contractor in. Or, the deadline was actually tomorrow, so I wanted to get their contractor in before.
Smart.
Just to make, get all their worries out of the way. So that's exactly what he did, and that actually made him even more confident to go higher in our asking price.
Love that. So originally, this wasn't what they were going to do. They were going to go in lower, and it wouldn't have gotten them the house. No. So how did you get from, we're going to offer, it was, I believe, $441 was the max, and come in at the asking price with an escalation to offering above the asking price and escalating to the winning number of $461. How did that process go? Because that's a big jump. You're talking about almost 5% of the sale price.
I agree. So a lot of it was, I was pushing my client, but also at the same time, you were also helping me as well. So I was just kind of using the resources that we have, to be honest. So, I went back to him, and before he was about to sign, I said, hey, look, I submitted the offer to some of my team leaders, and, they have been dealing with these offer situations all the time. They recommended that we go even higher than that, just to get, the job done. And, odd numbers always help. It sounds a little kooky to go at like 451 or 461, but that matters because the offer that lost out was 450.
Mm-hmm. So. Well, and that's the exact conversation we had, because the obvious number at 400 is we'll go to 450. Yeah, exactly. People always go to even numbers, and you beat them significantly, right? I mean, you're talking about $11,000 on a $461,000 home. That's over 2%. That's $11,000 is a lot of money, and I want to be really clear about that. It may not be a lot in the percentage game there. So by going above to a number that a lot of people wouldn't go to, that got your client the house. You also brought in a contractor. Talk about that, because that gave them peace of mind to even go in with that kind of aggressive agreement that got them the house, which is the goal. Yeah, exactly. So they actually, I said, do you have someone like an inspector or contractor? They recommended their family friend. I was like, that's awesome. And I always think it's amazing when they have like a family friend, because that's who they trust the most. Exactly.
They're not going to trust me. I just met them day one. So bringing in their contractor to literally tell them, like, there were some minor things wrong, but like overall, he just gave them the thumbs up and was like, this house is in really good condition. He even like gave him a high five. It was like, dude, like, this is an amazing home. Mm-hmm. And that made him be like, okay, like, I want it even more, And also, like, he told me that if they lost this home, like, they were done. Mm-hmm. Like, they weren't going to look at any other houses for a while and not sell his house or anything like that. So think about this. You got a third-party validation
from someone they trust, which is it's no different than here's what the MLS says, or here's what Keeping Current Matter says, or whatever data source you're looking at. This was just an expert opinion that was not attached to you, because they think when they meet an agent like you or me, they said, well, this guy or gal just wants to sell another house.
Exactly.
And while we do, that's our job, it's about making them feel comfortable. So how excited were the clients after going through all this? So we went through an offer review, we audited the agreement, you got them you pushed them a little further, maybe outside their comfort zone, got the third-party validation. What was the reaction when you called them?
They were so excited. I mean, I can't tell you because, they were supposed to review at 3, but sellers take forever to review, and they were blowing up my phone the whole time. Like, it was 6 p.m. They're like, we're so anxious. Like, I'm going to throw up. Like, what's happening? The second I got off the phone with AJ, I immediately called them, and they were so happy. All of their nerves just went completely away, and we just started talking. He's like, all right, I want you to sell my house now. I was like, okay, well, one step at a time.
Well, it's amazing what happens when you follow the process, because this is something that we've built out here, and a lot of people think, why am I sending you this contract? Why am I doing this? And the idea is we want to help you get the home for your client. And when you follow the process and use the resources available, great things happen. So way to be coachable.
Thank you.
So anyone watching this, anything you want to add here, if they're struggling getting their contracts accepted, they're having a hard time with this, anything you want to add to the agents watching?
Yeah, I would just say, listen to your clients, but at the same time, don't be afraid to be informative, because at the end of the day, you know the market better than anyone. You have the resources, your team, like, utilize that, because that at the end of the day will help you get, your offer accepted.
Well said. Zahra, thanks for coming on. That's how to do it. You want to get in touch with Zahra, here's all our information, and we'll be back next week on Agent Hacks.